Hello and welcome to another episode of Dynamics 365 Reviews. In this episode, we will be talking about planning optimization. Planning optimization became available in Dynamics 365 for supply chain management recently, and that's a service that allows you to perform master planning calculations outside of your environment, outside of your database, improving performance and allowing you to run your master planning even during the regular office hours. In order for you to use this functionality, first you need to enable and install add-in through LCS, which was already done for this demonstration. This service is only available for cloud deployment and at this point is not available for on-premise deployments of Dynamics 365. First, I will show you how the master planning without planning optimization looks like. So we'll navigate to the master planning module, and if we go under master planning, run master planning, the first thing you want to see here is that the title shows master planning, and that's where we will select a master plan, number of threads, and would be able to execute it as a job or as the batch job. I've already run this master planning, and I will show you the results later on during this video. What I will do now is I will look at the orders that were generated by the master plan, and I will delete them. I have deleted all the planned orders that were generated for my master plan. Now I will turn on my planning optimization. I will navigate to master planning again, under setup, planning optimization parameters. And in here, you will see that first of all, it will show you the status as getting the status. You can only enable this feature if the status is connected. So now my planning optimization is enabled. Another thing that I'll do before I run it is to execute my analysis for planning optimization fit. Every time you open that form, you have to click on run. These results are not automatically saved, but it runs pretty quickly. And in here, you see few potential problematic areas. There are a lot of features in the production area because of current limitations that I'll talk about, some intercompany, etc. So it gives you a sense of how your products and how your plans and how your production settings fitting with product planning optimization. It's an optional step, but you can do that in order to ensure that your items and your parameters are properly configured. What I will do now is I will run my master planning. So I'll click on the same menu, master planning, but you will see the difference in the title here. So instead of saying master planning, now it says planning optimization. So I will run the same master plan right here, and I will run it as the batch. Let's open our batch jobs. And filter on planning. So right away you see that my planning optimization job that I just started already is ended, and we can get a sense of how long it actually took. So it took from 9:55:19 to 9:55:32. So it is actually less than 20 seconds. How does it compare to master planning execution? That's why I actually kept these two jobs that I ran previously. They were executed on the same data set for the same items, no filters. And in this case, you saw that the job actually started at 11:35 and then finished at 13:29. So roughly 2 minutes compared to less than 20 seconds. So right here, you see a performance difference. Of course, it will need to be tested on larger data sets just to see how performance compares for larger quantities. I'm using the data, Contoso data in USMF environment for this presentation. So what about the results? So what I did for that purpose, I have imported plan orders that were generated by my master planning and by my planning optimization to compare them side by side. So this is my master planning plan orders. And right here, you see that numbering for my plan orders differs here. So I see here 7 digits planned order numbers. And if I look at my planning optimization, let me just clear that filter. I see that the number sequence is different. So right away, we can tell that the planned order number sequence is different. Number 2 is, if you look at your master planning results, you see that you have all sorts of orders here. You have planned batch order, plan Kanban, plan production orders, purchase, and transfers. But when you look at the plan orders generated by planning optimization, you can only see plan purchase and plan transfer orders. So this is a current limitation. Planning optimization at this point does not support production orders, and you will get a message saying that even though the default order setting plan order is production order, it will automatically switch that plan order from plan production to plan purchase order. And then I decided to compare the pure numbers. So if I highlighted all the orders for my master planning, I see the number of 183 plan orders were generated. And then if you look at all the orders generated by the planning optimization, I see a number is 121. So 61 orders, 62 fewer orders generated by planning optimization. So the reason for this is that at this point, the intercompany master planning is not supported by planning optimization. I bet that's some feature that will be available from Microsoft later on, but at this point, there are no intercompany plan orders generated by the system. So I thought maybe I can make it somehow work, and I have decided to go and turn off an old way of intercompany master planning. So I went back to my master planning, I clicked on depreciated features, and I decided to turn that feature on. So what that feature does, it depreciates intercompany planning based on intercompany planning groups. I thought that in this point, maybe I will get different results, but I still got the same number of plan orders generated by my planning optimization. So I concluded that it doesn't really make a difference on the number of orders that the system generates. The only difference it makes is how you set up intercompany planning. Prior to that, you had to rely on intercompany planning groups. That's how you would configure and group your legal entities into a group that then can be used to look at the demand across multiple legal entities. Going forward, though, the only available way with that option to turn off that depreciated feature off was to configure and add multiple legal entities to a specific master plan. So if you look at the master plan right here, scroll down, you see that my downstream demand actually also comes in from another legal entity. In this case, it's DEMF, right? So if you enable and turned off that depreciated feature, then the only way you can plan intercompany demand will be using this list right here by adding a legal entity to your specific master plan. And the last but not least is there is a new feature that allows you to apply a filter right on the master plan, right? See, right here you see that it's wide open, but you have now two places where you can define the filters. The filter that you can define on the items or the item groups or the planning groups when you execute your master planning is still available, but also you can define and save a filter to a specific master plan. So in this case, only the overlapping items will be actually planned. So if you apply both filters, only the items that satisfy both filters would be included in that specific run. That is all for now. Hope you enjoyed that video. Until the next time.